Once Kyle Hanley is arrested and we learn more and more details and we get more and more evidence, we begin to focus on Hossein Nayeri as the mastermind.
When you listen to Hossein Nayeri, you ask yourself, is he an innocent man unjustly charged? Or is he in fact a sociopathic miscreant?
Were you there at the kidnapping?
No, not at all.
You were not there?
Absolutely not.
Were you part of mutilating him?
Obviously not. The stuff that they say about me wanting to hurt people, I have many flaws. Wanting to hurt people is definitely not one of them. There's a lot of stuff that you guys don't have a clue about. So when the time comes, we'll put it out on the table for you.
Hossein Nayeri has been in trouble with the law many times, and when I spoke with him, there was this air of mystery about him. There were some things he just didn't want to talk about. As it turns out, there are lingering questions about events throughout Hossein Nayeri's life.
Nayeri was born in Iran and came to the U.S. As a young boy.
Kind of the all-American story, really. He comes from an oppressive country, moves to Fresno. He gets welcomed by America.
He's the middle child. His dad was a doctor, mom was a lawyer.
Being put in school without knowing any English and having to survive that.
He became active in sports. He was on the wrestling team, very physical sport. And it is about, on some level, dominating your opponent.
I mean, he was kind of the black sheep of the family, would get into a ton of fights in high school. He was always just problematic.
And then you enlisted in the Marines.
I did.
Ready, go! Ready, exercise!
Why'd you do that?
I needed some structure in my life, I want to say, at the time. You could say I was partying a little too much.
In the Marines, he had been upgraded to a special position doing surveillance because Nayeri was a very smart, cunning guy.
He's a Marine for 2 years, but being Nayeri, he is incapable of following the rules.
Throughout his tenure as a Marine, he had a lot of issues. Got in some fights, he stole some stuff, he also went AWOL. At one point, he had dishonorable discharge. He had to go to court and fight for that to be changed, and he was just, quote-unquote, discharged.
Joining the Marines, he was very proud of that. It didn't work out for him. He left under a cloud.
After the Marines, he's back in Fresno. He's working as a waiter in a cafe.
He's handsome, he's 24 years old at this point, and he meets a young woman who he's waiting on, and that moment changed her life forever.
I first met him at the Mimi's Cafe in Fresno, when I was 16.
16?
And 16.
She was quite a bit younger than you, right?
Well, I thought she was 18.
He was funny and charming and cute, intriguing for a 16-year-old teenager.
I get a phone call. There must be some misunderstanding. She said, I'm not 18, I'm 16.
I was so inexperienced with relationships. I mean, I didn't know I just was like, oh, this is fun.
Oh, great. You got me hooked. Now you tell me. It was a great start.
She got in this relationship at a time when she was probably not equipped to handle that type of relationship with an adult.
She comes from a very good family, and they're not happy about it. They don't really like him.
He's bad news, and the relationship progresses to the point that she's hiding it from her parents.
He had this way of manipulating you into convincing you. Your parents don't understand you, I understand you. And I was at a place in my life where I ate all that up. He would say all the right things, but he would do all the wrong things.
He started dabbling in growing marijuana. Basically, he began learning that you could make money from it.
Nayeri told Cortney that he was growing marijuana with 2 high school buddies, Kyle Hanley and another guy named Hossein Nayeri. Now, Tussi's family deny vehemently that he had anything to do with the marijuana business.
Hossein was really smart and with it, and just a really nice, good human being. Kyle's quiet. Listen to everything that Hossein would say, because Hossein is like the alpha dog, when he's in the room, he is dictating everything.
Things are going well, their business is booming, and then tragedy strikes.
I was coming back from a casino with my best friend, business partner, had a couple of shots in the casino.
They'd been gambling and drinking, and for whatever reason, Hossein drove Ehsan's car home.
And I lost control, and boom, 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 rolled over. I killed my best friend.
He's driving under the influence of drugs and alcohol. He's looking at a vehicular manslaughter charge for which you can go to state prison. What does our man Hossein Nayeri do? He immediately flees to Iran.
The judge in the case puts out an arrest warrant in his name, and Nayeri is suddenly an international fugitive.
You fled to Iran.
I did.
Were you surprised when you heard that he did flee to Iran?
No, he's the type that always tries to get out of his situation, whatever it is.
I've thought about these a lot. Throughout my life, since childhood, I've always avoided conflict and confrontation. It's been a part of me for a long time. It's not just about the law.
Who would ever imagine that it was a pattern we were going to see again?
This monster's back in town.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.